Welcome dear YouTube viewers. I'm Xnick streaming from Magic Duels. Just to let you know, I uploaded a video recently that I produced using some editing software, but I was not too happy with the result. The software I ended up using, I think it was buggy. It took too long to render, and the quality I think degraded after doing so much. But anyways, since I'm still experimenting what can be done, I'm going to try some other variations of software. I think I have something in mind that could be an improvement and more close to what I like to have. But let's skip that and focus on today's deck. This is a trial deck. It's not in the final form as most of my decks are, and it's going to revolve about the Elusive Tormentor. It's a very big vampire, 4/4. It takes 2 black and 2 colorless, 2 generic to play, but when you pay 1 and discard a card, it transforms into the Insidious Mist that has both hexproof and indestructible and can't block and can't be blocked. This is an extraordinary combination of effects on a creature, but happens to be an 0/1, so that's not going to do much as it is, but it can become can transform again back into the Elusive Tormentor. If we pay 3 mana, it becomes back to a 4/4. So one way to play with this card is to transform it again and again and again. And so but just to let you know what I was thinking before coming up with this deck idea, just to maybe some preview of some deck that can appear in the future. This was to how can white use this nice enchantment with the most profit possible. So this reads enchant creature. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. So whenever this is a very extraordinary enchantment, but it's very expensive, and if your creature gets killed, then you lose 2 cards and you're not going to take any value of this if the opponent gets to remove your creature. So it will be very impressive to land that aura over the Insidious Mist, but that's going to have to wait for another deck. This one I wanted to go for mono black, and well, also run some colorless and some artifacts such as the Essence Depleter. So idea behind this version of the deck is to play some artifacts, some equipments to put on the Insidious Mist, and then the rest of the deck revolves about having madness, such as the Asylum Visitor, Heir of the Falkenrath. So many vampires going on, but not actually too many vampire synergy that could be in a future version of the deck, more leaned towards the vampires. But since we are already playing such a huge amount of artifacts on some vehicles, there's also the option of going for the improvise mechanic. Therefore this deck maybe is too greedy, but we have both the improvise and madness and equipments and so on, then a few life gain in the hands of the Essence Depleter and rush of vitality. Maybe it's going to help us stay on the game at some point. A combat trick for black is always welcome. Then we have Murderous Compulsion as a removal spell, and also we have the Battle at the Breach. This is a very powerful removal if we are playing many artifacts, and Brain in the Jar helping us cast set spells. Then for our mana, okay, we have also Westvale Abbey. We might get to flip it into the Ormendal, and Foundry of the Consuls. Some interesting selection of colorless mana to activate the Essence Depleter. In late game, this can make us win just as it stands. So let's see how this deck goes in the debut game, and hopefully we get some victory. Many options, many powerful options in black. My feeling is that lately black is missing something. I think the other colors are getting too much variety in cards to use, but black seems to me that gets behind. It appears that it's a good support color to add to other colors, but for instance black does not have a way to deal against enchantment. Okay, I like the lands here, but we have... okay, let's keep this one. Maybe we get to play an early Herald of Anguish, and I think it could be interesting. No point into dropping the bones, so at this moment we can always play this without paying any mana, so I think there's no need to play it at this point. And another hub, alright, so we're getting close to have 4 lands, and thanks to the bonesaw we have to reach 6 to cast the Herald of Anguish, so it's maybe we get there. Opponent with 1 black, and by the looks of it might be vampires. So if the opponent did not play before, I think he's not getting the lands he wants to. Alright, I think we are going to get hit by one of the vampires next, and maybe we get to kill that vampire with Murderous Compulsion. We can only target tapped creatures. Gaia Rich, so this speaks madness all over the place. And actually against madness the Herald of Anguish is not the greatest, since we allow the opponent to discard cards that he wants to do so. Therefore maybe it's not that good of a play to use the Herald. Also the opponent might be running the Axe of Lightning that can deal 5 damage to this. Alright, already at 4. What if the opponent activates the Gaia Rich Sanitarium? Okay, so we are not drawing anything useful yet, maybe a little overflow on mana. Let's move on and try to see if the opponent wants to spend some mana there. Okay, the Bloodhole Priest. It's going to be targeted by our Murderous Compulsion. Hopefully the opponent wants to activate this one. Let's play the Inventors Fair. Now the opponent, it's going to be very... okay. Oh, well, we could also kill this already, and next turn go for the Herald of Anguish. Yeah, I think that's a better idea here. Before this one grows with some stuff like the Stensia Masquerade. We gain some life, we remove the opponent's attacker, and thanks to the bonesaw we are going to be casting the Herald next turn. So the best way, hopefully the opponent taps, so the discard aspect of the Herald does not make the opponent play something for madness cost, but we are going to risk it anyways. We have the Tormentor. Okay, but I think we go for the Herald first. A 5/5 is a 5/5. and it's quite likely the opponent discards a land here, or maybe some useless card that he cannot cast for 1 with Madness. It was Fire Temper against our face, because it won't kill the Herald otherwise. Alright, now let's see if the opponent is willing to wait until the end of our turn to play the Herald of Anguish. Rogue's Passage and Blood Mist is very dangerous. Okay, he's going to activate the Gaia Ridge Sanitarium, so we have to discard probably our Swamp. Okay. Okay, this could deal 8 damage to us, and the Herald is helping the opponent here, so I think we block. Yeah, and since we also have the Tormentor with us, we don't care that much about that. So, key to the city. Okay, Elusive Tormentor. We want to leave black mana up to cast our Madness cards. Let's move on. Maybe the opponent forces us to discard. We can discard the Asylum Visitor, and if he doesn't, we might be transforming the Tormentor, because yeah, that can save the Tormentor from damage there. Let's see what the opponent has now. We can block, then transform the Insidious Mist. Okay, Asylum Visitor. And Stench Masquerade without Madness. That tells us the opponent does not have enough Madness activators yet. But now Rogue's Passage, Stench Masquerade and Blood Mist all together are really scary. Let's equip this. Of course we just paid the colorless. Let's attack, and this is a very frightening race. Now we have the Murderous Compulsion, so we can remove the Asylum Visitor. Yeah, let's play the key to the city. Continue. So maybe we activate the key to the city and kill this with a Murderous Compulsion, but also we might want to transform the Elusive Tormentor. Another land. I think that with a Madness deck you don't want to spend all your lands, since the opponent already has 7 mana there. Okay, let's do this. You're going to be unable to be blocked. And we use Murderous Compulsion. Confirm. There you go. Take it. How are you going to save you? There's no way that he can save, is it? Fatal Push against this. What? No, boy. Look at this. The timer is stopped. What the heck? If I had used... we are losing this game because the timer does not work. And that is really annoying to me, that such a thing happens. Now Liliana can bring back something from the graveyard, and if she does so, we are screwed. Well, he can't cast really anything yet, but next turn these are going to show up. I'm mad. Madness? No, mad. Okay. Then, dang it. We can have the opponent discard something here, but if I do so, I don't get to play my Asylum Visitor. But we get to draw. Okay, let's do it. Anyways, let's remove some card from opponent's hand. Twin bolts, right? The opponent likes the creature, of course. Look at all these. So Liliana could not. Look at you, Insidious Mist. You would have been with us. Okay, rich. Okay, let's see what the opponent... Okay, he's... At least he's not going to do that. We want the Foundry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 lands already, but I think we can make do without one of the Asylum Visitors. That means our from the under the floorboards is going to be stronger. Two here. Okay, 8 next time, 10. That is 18 damage from this one. So we have some removal still on the deck. 6. Why did he got 2 counters? Oh, because every time. Oh boy. So we can gain X life. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can gain 5 life. And have 5 times 2 is 10. 10 damage. Well, it's risky, but we are going to try it. If I play the Caravan, we gain life thanks to the Inventors Fair, but it means we lose 2 of our 2/2 tokens, but then we could be attacking with the Caravan. Yeah, I think we go for the Caravan for what it's worth. Okay, there we have it. Now Now the opponent has to spend the mana to make this one unblockable. That's good. Double strike, unblockable, and with 2 counters, it's really powerful. Let's do this before we die. We cast from under the floorboards with the max amount of X possible, that is 3. Well, we could crew our Caravan, but it's not going to be able to block. We gain 3 life, and hopefully we can somehow kill the opponent next turn. Not likely, but maybe doable. If we can remove this, we are good. 2 more counters. And Liliana is going to shrink one of our zombies here. But anyways, we can equip with Bone Saw. Do I draw with the key to the city? I think for sure. Oh, he's bringing back. Uh-oh, this one has haste. It's a vampire. He can cast more stuff. Why the 4/4? Why? Okay, let's draw for sure. We gain 1. We pay 2. And we are going to spend the non-black mana, please. Right. This is really good now. So we are still on the game. We can. Okay. To attack here, we need to crew. That would, if most damage possible would be 12 if I somehow equip the Bone Saw and hit this with the Caravan. 12 damage is 12 damage, but I think we need the life here, as much life as possible, but we also want to play the Asylum Visitor. So let's tap all our. Okay, we can get 8 instead of 7. That will leave us without the opportunity to cast the Asylum Visitor. Okay, 8. We are going to do it no matter what. Improvise with all of them. We are going to attack with just 2 of them. That means that the opponent has to tap out for Rogue's Passage. If we don't do like this, he just plays 2 haste creatures and we die. This means that he's going to cast the 4/4 using Madness, most likely. But then we can do some fancy stuff after the fact. Second Rogue's Passage. It's not enough still. Activating this takes 5 mana out of your pool. So, okay, here it comes. Activating this takes 3 damage from your pool. I mean 3 damage, not 3 lands, right? The heir. Okay, we have 2 of the heirs. Let's ship 1 out. The youth. So this is going to come at us for 4, maybe, I presume. That means it's going to deal 8 damage. If the opponent has Fiery Temper, I think we still lose. He's not making this unblockable, so let's prevent some damage. Bloodmoor Vampire, alright. Gain more life. Draw. I think that we need to keep drawing. Right. Essence Depleter. Now I've spent the colorless land. So the opponent can really mess with us next turn. If I equip one of the zombies, then we can crew the Caravan, make the Caravan unblockable, and cast the Asylum Visitor. But I think playing the Falkenrath also is a good option, because then, yeah, let's do it. We are not going to attack with these 2 tokens, but we want the blockers. Let's transform. Okay, off you go. And we are going to attack with the Caravan. And attack. And see, hopefully the opponent decides to block, because two attackers are dangerous for us. Alright, he decides to let us pass, so I think we might be dying. If he depletes his hand, he can cast the 4/4 that deals 2 damage, and then maybe he can make one of them unblockable and we die. Now we have a flyer here that is very threatening to the opponent, and if this connects, then I think we got it with this Essence Depleter. Okay, we are dropping the swamp. And what's coming up next? It is going to be... what? Fire Temper is the worst card that can be shot at us. Blood Mist. Okay, but we are going to block with our token. No attacks. Cool. Gain more life. Alright. So, if I play this, can we activate this? Okay. I think we win with the Essence Depleter. Let's swing for 3. If my calculations are correct, and unless the opponent can gain life at instant speed, we win playing this. And we can afford 3 activations. We activate once again in response. Let's wait until it does those results. Opponent has left the game because he cannot respond to our activations, and we did it despite having lost our best card, but due to a mistake from, I should say, the game. We still got it against a very aggressive deck. I should let you know that I was really scared about what was happening there. Opponent could have drawn more impactful cards. I think the greatest deal, I think Liliana, the Planeswalker, was misused by the opponent. He could have gotten a better card from the graveyard, but we don't got to see what his or her hand was. Let's go again. So far, I don't think we have enough information for modifying the deck. Seems good, but we have yet to see what happens. So this one also has improvise. That means we can be casting this one soon, and then we have the Smuggler's Copter that can help us use the Murderous Compulsion. So I think this is a good hand. The problem is that if we want the Copter out, no, scratch that. I was going to say that we need to play the Mortuary Mire first in order to play the Smuggler's Copter soon, but there's no need. So 5. This is going to make a 2 mana discount for this slide, but we have to tap the Copter. Okay, let's take some damage now. This can be very dangerous against us, but if we establish this on the board, I think we should be set with the Smuggler's Copter help. Well, now we also have the Implement of Malice. Okay, Copter, out you go. We might swing with the Copter next turn. No, we can't. Unless we place some other creature than the Sly Requisitioner. We're not going to be able to attack with the Copter just yet. We take 3 this turn, but that's going to be tapped. By the looks of it, I think it's better to save the compulsion for some big vehicle. What if I make the opponent discard a card instead of playing this? Yeah, we could take 5 damage, but other than that, spending the compulsion on this, I think, is not going to be worth. Let's continue. We're going to activate this after using it to discount 1 mana for the Sly Requisitioner, and also we gain a 1/1 token if we wait. The token can crew the Copter. Risky plan, the thing that I'm trying to do here. But see, the Pala is a better target for the compulsion. Okay, we take 7 damage by having taken the risk. With Mortuary Mire in hand, I don't think we want to let more damage pass through. Let's drop the Bone Saw without paying mana. The Requisitioner. Okay, 5. We want to have the Copter available for attacks and blocks. Then we can pay 2. We are not going to be casting the compulsion for so cheap. So let's use this. Discount of 2, which leaves us 1 black mana up. This can only be activated at sorcery speed, so let's do it just now. Okay, the heirloom is fine. Let's see what the opponents drop. Okay, another dwarf. Now, I don't think we attack with the Copter. The opponent, if he's playing this deck, he's well aware that we can crew the Copter. Therefore, we can be preventing some damage by not attacking here. We are willing to trade the Sly Requisitioner against this one. So the only safe attack for the opponent is with the ace. Right, he attacks anyways. Let's crew this and see what happens. Alright, we trade here. The opponent is quite likely to have some combat trick here, but we need to prevent damage to our face now. So we sacrifice the Copter. Build to smash against... Okay. It does not get trample. Yes, please. Elusive Tormentor, good. No, I think I did need that swamp. Okay, 2 of them. Those are really good. Alright. Let's play this. Off you go. The heirloom. Mortuary Mire, and we are bringing back the Sly Requisitioner. It's a nice chump blocker. And do I equip? Well, that 1 mana is not going to do much. Bonzo or the heirloom. Okay, let's equip this boy. And we could double block this one if it is there's to attack, so skip it. So 5 lands. We are going to get our Sly again, but I think the Elusive Tormentor is going to be great, since we can equip the heirloom at some point. All right. Do I cast this now? I can make this into a 5/5, but then I cannot transform it. But the 5/5 should be pretty decent in this board state. So let's do it. It's going to be able to stop at least one of them. Target creature can't block. Skip the attack. If he wants to attack with the Wheelsmith, he has to tap it. Then we can double block with the tokens. Well, we still take 2 damage. Opponent could be using more of this build to smash, but he does not. And now he's playing a flyer. Flyer, it's going to be problematic, but now we have a pretty interesting thing in our hand. brain in a jar. So we have 3. That means I could cast this for 2, but it's not enough. Let's equip this one. And uh-oh, I screwed. Oh, shoot. This is not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's do this because I messed up. Oh boy, I need one more mana there. That's bad. I miscounted my mana and I think I can lose because of that. Oh. That was kind of silly. Sorry, guys. Dang. Okay, we take 3, and if this is a build to smash, we are dead. Or twin bolt, or you know, so many things could happen. Demolition Stomper. How are we going to stop this one? Our salvation. Not really. Well, the crew is 5 here, so I think we can be safe here. Let's attack and see if the opponent dares to block, or he does not, or she. No, you are going to be on defense. Okay. Let's activate this finally. Confirm. Now the thing about vehicles is that you need some creatures to be able to crew them, or some enchantments also. That's a possibility, a scary possibility. The opponent might find some way to activate this without paying the crew cost. And well, if I had equipped the Sly Requisitioner, we could kill the Gear Shift Ace, but if I did that, we do not transform the heirloom into this other what is it? The Ashmouth Blade. Ah, dang. Okay, misplace all over the place, and that cost us the game. Well, not yet. We can still stop this. No, this one has flying. Oh, this is a very scary 10/7 flyer that can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Ouchies. Alright. As part of the learning, I think we can afford to go with one more game and see if we... Okay, the problem so far has been the misplaying from my side. So we still don't know how good the deck is, because apparently I can't count the mana cost of my abilities. And if we don't learn to do that, there's no way that we can figure out the deck. So let's try it once more and hope that we can survive our own clumsiness. 3 lands. I like it. Let's keep this and try to be careful about how we are going to play this. We need black mana in order to play the Heir. We could... Okay, we have now the swamp. One swamp. And... yeah. If I think we can transform the Neglected Heirloom. Heirloom, well, I don't know the exact pronunciation of this word. Okay, let's do this. Alright, if we find a creature, we can throw the creature to the graveyard using the... and then use Mortuary Mire to bring it back. Another swamp. I like it. Let's play the Heir. See if the opponent can remove the Heir from play. If he does just 1 damage, we can save her by transforming, but ideally we have some Madness card that goes along with the transformation into the Heir of the Night. No. Alright. Here we have the Visitor. That's really great. Then let's try it. Equip here. Opponent could be trying to kill our girl with as a response. What is Harnessed Lightning for? How much? How much are you going to spend here? Okay, it doesn't matter, we are going to still do it. Maybe the opponent, at least he has to spend the energy to do so. I don't know. We don't know how much energy the opponent chose to use here. Well, okay, 2 energy, he's left with 1. We have the Mortuary Mire anyways. Not bad. Not awful either. And we... okay, Weaver of Lightning. This can easily kill the 3-1. So maybe we need to equip it with the Heirloom to save. I think it's too soon for the Mortuary Mire. Let's play the Aether Hub. The Caravan. And we equip. Why are you tapping the Caravan? Okay, another lesson for the deck. I don't think the opponent is going to try to kill this yet, but he might be doing it so sooner or later. If he runs Weaver of Lightning, he is going to be using lots of instants and sorceries. Haunted Death, so I think he also runs Madness because this is a Madness enabler. So I think it's a good time to use this before the opponent untaps, so he's not going to have mana to activate the Madness. Let's play this one like this. We want to have the Caravan ready. Let's make the opponent discard something. We get to draw a card. It's a swamp. So he threw away a land. I think we just go with the Caravan. Okay, he just is going to block with the 1/1 token. Confirm. move the heirloom over here. Swing for 6. I think the opponent is not willing to take 6 damage, so maybe he sacrificed this if he has madness cards on hand. So this tells us that he doesn't have any madness yet. Let's bring this back to the 3-1. Otherwise the Weaver of Lightning can easily kill there. We take 3, okay, that's good to see. Opponent's going to play another creature, presumably. Or has some way to delete the Asylum Visitor. The board in flames. Alright. More energy for the opponent. Now this is what we want to see. Let's equip with... No, leave the Caravan open, please. 5-5, I think it's about time to use the Mire. Bring up the Heir. I think we have the Asylum Visitor there. Alright, now we have to be careful. We have already lost one of these because the game did not stop when it was supposed to stop. Another Haunted Death. Alright. That's good. Now we can have some fun. So this is 3 mana. I think we are good to go with this. Equipped here. And attack with this one. And if the opponent dares to try to kill the Elusive Tormentor, we transform it. Alright, not enough. Okay, this time we know that we have to leave 1 mana open. Then we can also be crewing the Caravan. Yeah, that could be interesting because we can madness the Asylum Visitor, crew the Caravan, save the Elusive Tormentor. Yeah. Right. What's going to happen here? Do we go for it? Let's have some fun. Anyways, if we might be losing some creatures here. But let's go for it anyways. This is too fun to pass up. Okay. Confirm. No, do not tap the Caravan. Now we transform this. The Neglected Heirloom does 2. And we are going to crew the Caravan. And I think we kill the Weaver of Lightning. That's the most problematic one at the time being. Well, we have a 3/4 hexproof, indestructible, unblockable. No, we cannot save it. Oh, and we have spent the Mortuary Mire. Oh, what are we going to do now? Well, we have our tokens and the brain. Right. Let's just equip her. And okay, since we have the mana, we also use the Sigil of Valor. And well, if we need to dispose of the brain in the jar, so be it. So, with regards to the Elusive Tormentor and the Insidious Mist, there's a few ways that this one can be killed, and the Languish is one of them. There's no many others. Other things that can kill it are sacrifice effects, such as the Tragic Arrogance or some other stuff. Okay, attack here. I think we open this. What's gonna happen here? Haunted Death is going to show up. Opponent discards 2 lands. That's neat. The spirit blocks the air, but the opponent is left with a 2/2. Alright. No need to play the swamp, let's assume. So we might use that to transform the air. We only have 5 mana out, but we should be fine. What could this be? We haven't seen any madness cards from the opponent yet. Ah, this is nice. So you don't want to cast that, right? Let's see, what is it? Hardened Lightning against this one. Well, let's try to save her. At the very least, he has to spend 5 energy. Westvale Abbey, it's good. So for 3 mana we can be hitting our opponent with 4. And then we might be activating the Westvale Abbey. That it's going to be great with the Sigil of Valor. Alright. Good, but we know the opponent runs plenty of very powerful removal, so it's quite kind of a red-black control deck. Haunted Death can be brought back if the opponent keeps his cards in hand, but he has decided to leave. Let's continue, and we are about to win, and even more with the Essence Depleter. We can play this and activate it once. And also equip this to the Copter. This is great. This is really great. Swing for 5, no, 6. This equipment grants +1/+1 for every other creature. Good, and we are one swing again away from winning, but also we have the Essence Depleter that can be activated just now. Liliana, also nice. but I don't think we need her, but we are going to put her out anyways. Swing with the Copter and win this game. 7-7, and have one of these just because. Very good. So Neglected Heirloom doing a nice job in this match by protecting our creatures for easy kills, and therefore we got there. Whoa, that quest seems long. Alright, that's going to be it for today. I think that I need more practice with the deck, so I'm not going to change it until I play some more with it. Until next time, don't forget to leave your comments or suggestions or any tips in the description of the video, and I'll be seeing you soon. Sayonara!